Hi there, it's Beauty Junkie. Welcome to my channel. Today I am reviewing my beauty purchases from the first half of 2022 and sharing my thoughts on my favorite products that have come out so far this year. It's not too many. I am a huge fan of buying products that interest me. That is not always the latest, newest thing that comes out. I buy a lot of classic products or products that are tried and true, have been out a while, and a lot of people love. But I do have this box of new products or products that have new shades that came out this year. And I do plan on doing a quick follow-up video on my most disappointing beauty picks from the first half of the year. I do have a few products that are very new and I don't love them that much. So I wanted to do a separate video on that. So let's get into my favorites. Here's my bucket of goodies. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, of course, but I think I have a good variety of new products. As I said, I don't buy tons of new products every month to review. I am not that kind of channel. I do not upload every single day. Also, I don't really have the budget to buy everything that comes out. As you guys know, I'm a micro channel. I do not get any PR. I don't get anything, which is totally fine. I am buying all my own stuff, so I only have so many things to talk about that are new. Let's get into Complexion first. I have a lot of makeup here. A lot of the skincare that I buy is not new. It is not brand new that came out this year. It's been around. I do have one skincare product though, but I'll talk about that later. So I do have a good amount of Complexion products that are new this year. Let's do foundation first. So one of my favorite foundations that came out this year, and I apologize if there's some products that came out in November, December of 2021. Time is a funny thing, but I believe this came out near the beginning of the year. And this is the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Foundation. I have the shade 2, and this is a great go-to everyday medium coverage, buildable coverage type of foundation that just looks really natural. So I'm a huge fan of that. I have done reviews on all of these products, so if you can check them out for more details, but just wanted to briefly mention this foundation and how good it is, and love the unique shape of the bottle. This is the #1 de Chanel foundation that came out this year. This is the Camilla Rouge foundation. I have the shade BR12. This is a foundation that's kind of a sleeper in that I think when I did my review, I didn't absolutely love it, but the more I used it, the more I came to appreciate it. It's light, it's not a full coverage. I think the finish is nice enough, and there's a lot of good things about it. It's not like the perfect foundation, but for a new foundation coming out from Chanel, I appreciate what this does. It does make me want to check out other Chanel foundations because the finish on this was pretty nice. Wasn't perfect, but pretty nice. And I tend to have pretty good makeup days when I wear this, so just wanted to point this one out. Complexion, now concealer. I don't think this is new to this year. I think it may have come out last year. This is the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. I picked it up this year though, and I wish I had a different shade. This is Fair #2. This is really light for me. I need something a little bit darker but cool toned. I don't know if it exists, but this is a full coverage concealer that I actually like. A lot of full coverage concealers are really dry and ugly, and they make things actually look worse underneath my eyes, but this one I actually like the texture, how it makes my eyes look. Full of powders here. This is just a sample. This is also from One Size, but I probably need to pick up the full size when I'm done with all my other setting powders. Who knows when that will be. This is the Ultimate Setting Powder. This is translucent. I like the texture of this guy. It's a nice finish, and I like the little sample, great for travel size. This is another powder that's relatively new. This is the Wayne Goss Weightless Powder, and this is translucent. What I like about this is a little bit goes a long way, but it can actually dry your skin out even in the summer. It gives you a matte look, but I don't know, it kind of dried things out too much, so you have to just be really careful about how much you apply, but it is actually really lightweight, so I do like that about it. Okay, onto blushes. I have a couple of products that are new shades this year, not necessarily new products. This is the M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow blush in the shade Baroque. This came out this year, part of the Masterpiece collection. This is a very unique shade that has a beautiful sheen to it. It's brown, it's pink, it's peach. It's just a different thing going on, and I really like that about it. Wayne Goss came out with some new blush duos. This is the Weightless Veil Blush Palette Desert Blossom. So we have a blush in Nectar, and Petal is the highlighter. So it's a blush highlighter duo, and I think this is probably the most wearable one that I have from him. It's just easy every day. The highlighter is really pretty. The blush is really pretty. And the highlighter, gorgeous. So I really like this blush palette. It's just plain simple and pretty. A new highlight I got this year, which was very expensive, from Chanel and limited edition. This is the Rev de Camilla highlighter. This is so ridiculously expensive, but so pretty, and I like the way it looks on the skin. It's hard to like make me happy with highlighter, but that it's just a nice nice light champagne pink. Love this one. Another kind of multi-purpose product from Chanel that came out this year is the Stylo Lumiere Regard. I believe I have the Eclat shade. This is one of those clicky pens that produces a really sheer, pretty, liquidy type of highlight that you can put anywhere on your face. I put it like on my eyes, brow bone, inner corner, highlight on my cheeks, and it's just a pretty iridescent light pink. And I like the click pen because it's really convenient. You can pop it in your purse, do a little touch up to go, and it's really sophisticated, subtle, it's not blinding. I like the pen. A lot of eyeshadow palettes here. I buy eyeshadow more than anything else because I tend to really want that, even though I don't need it. But there are a few palettes here, and one of them I think was one of the first ones I got this year, the Tom Ford Cream Quads. This is Rose Topaz. I actually am wearing this today. I'm wearing these three shades actually on my eyes. It's been a full day though, so you can't really see it too well. But this palette, the textures are fabulous. It's like a cream powder formula, and Rose Topaz is really pretty. So I recommend, if you haven't picked up Tom Ford in a while, I think you're gonna like the new texture. It's really smooth and soft and worth at least, you know, swatching it, going to the store, checking it out before you pick it up, just because I think the texture may surprise you. I'm not sure when this came out, probably fall last year. The Hindash Monochromance, if not earlier this year. This is the second Hindash eyeshadow palette. These are all mattes. These are a bit lighter, more colorful, fun shades, and it really intrigued me. And I do need to keep reaching for this a little bit more, just because I kind of pass by it sometimes. But this is I think under the radar, not appreciated enough palette, because you have so many different cool looking shades. And I don't mean in terms of color, it's just a cool palette. But the tones in here are really stunning, especially these two. These kind of really surprised me that I like them so much. And this purple, really good as well. Just different kinds of tones. It may not look too different to you, but on the eye it actually looks really stunning. And if you like mattes, I mean, having an all matte palette doesn't happen all that often these days. So I think this is something worth having. This little guy is a new palette from M Cosmetics. This is the Rodin palette from the Masterpiece collection. And this is just another version of neutrals, just in a tiny little package. I thought this was actually a neutral, not super cool, but more of a actually neutral palette. Some of these shades I would argue are a little bit warm, but I do like the tones in here. It's just easy breezy. You could wear this eyeshadow any day of the week, anywhere, and it would work. So like that one. Patrick Ta. So I didn't get his first palette, the Major Dimension 1, but here is the Major Dimension 2. And I actually thought the quality of these shades and sparkles was really good. Almost Pat McGrath, not quite. There are some downsides, and some of these are a little bit fallouty and chunky, but I really do like the tones. And I know this color story is not for everyone, but the texture of these mattes is really nice, and the creams I was impressed by as well. Like, I wouldn't mind having a full palette of creams from Patrick Ta. I think that would be wonderful. I also like the packaging of this. I don't know why, but this is a really pretty palette. It's much more red on the eye on me, I think, but the sparkle kind of makes up for it. Now, this is not a palette most of you are probably going to appreciate, because I know not a lot of you are coming to my channel for things like this, but this was something I could not resist. This is the first palette that I know of from Clionadh that's multi-chrome. This is the Dragon Fruit palette. This was a collab with Emily Violet Marie, and this is just a fun multi-chromey summer palette. There's actually a variety of formulas in here, not just multi-chrome, but I mean, if this doesn't look fun to you, I don't know what will. This is just stunning formula. I love the packaging on here. It's very dirty, but super cool. And then the last palette I have is very new. I haven't used it too much, but I know that I do like the look that I got out of it. And this is the new Wayne Goss Smoky Quartz palette. This is all matte, pretty much except for this. I think this might not be matte. It's satin, but it's so dark it looks matte on me. But I would consider most of these really truly matte. And this is such a, it doesn't look exciting, but if you like a grungy look or a smoky eye, but you want something a little bit different with the purple and this dark brown, and this shade I think is the real smoky shade in the palette. If you want an alternative than just blending out your black eyeliner, this is an easy palette to create a smoky eye. If you ever wanted to do it, you didn't know what colors to use, pick up this palette. I mean, all Wayne Goss formula is really nice, but if you like that color story, I recommend. Speaking of eyeliner, so I don't buy a lot of eyeliners just because I don't go through them that quickly. And a black eyeliner, especially a pencil, they're all pretty much the same. Like, I don't feel like I need to find a perfect one, a specific type. I'm not too picky with eyeliners because I don't put them in the waterline that often or anything. But this eyeliner I need to use more, but this is a new shade from Victoria Beckham. This is the Satin Kajal eyeliner in Sea Gray. So this is a silvery, pretty number. I just really love the formula of this eyeliner. I like the bronze one especially. But this is an eyeliner I definitely need to use more with my cool toned looks, because look how bold that is and pretty and sparkly. I mean, that's pretty much an eyeshadow alternative. You blend that out, get what the look you want to go for without using an eyeshadow. Okay, so I realized I don't have that many lip products that are new this year. Like, I just don't spend a lot of money on lip stuff, probably because I have so many lip products that are barely used. so I do not like to buy lip products too often, but I wanted to mention these four. This is a new shade from Wayne Goss's Luxury Cream Lipstick. This is Iris, and this is a stunner of a shade that I wasn't sure about when I picked it up, but it is so pretty. It's like an interesting color that just works really well on my skin tone. So if you ever are on Beautylicious website and you want to pick up a new lipstick, this is somewhat affordable of a lipstick. It's not too expensive for luxury beauty. I really like this shade. These guys are expensive. These are from Sicily. These came out this year. This is the Fido Rouge Shine formula. I have the shade Sheer Raspberry and Sheer Rosewood, and these are my favorite low-key but bold color lip products. These are shiny balms. They don't last very long, but the color payoff is super strong with these, but they're not like matte. Like you can still see through them, but the color is bold. I don't know if that makes sense. Done a couple reviews on these. I picked up two, so that should let you know that I really like these. Even though they're expensive, I enjoy this formula a lot. Last but not least, I have a lip gloss here that is affordable. This is from the Revolution brand. This is the Pout Balm. I wasn't like super impressed when I picked it up. It's like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna work. This is the shade Kiss. It's a minty formula, but it's a basic lip gloss that, I don't know, something about the color, I just keep reaching for it. It's really basic, but I've been really enjoying using it. And it's a Target drugstore find, so thought I would mention that. I don't know how new the shade is, but I picked it up this year. I'm assuming Revolution goes through a lot of new products, so I assumed it was new this year. Also forgot my skincare new item. So this is actually new this year, I believe. Yeah, this came out this year. This is the Jordan Samuel Moisture Recovery Cream. This is Jordan's thicker moisturizer. He had a more lightweight moisturizer previously. He still has it, but this is a thicker formula. And this guy just does wonders for the skin. Feels really good. I personally have combo skin, but I feel like this isn't too much for me. Like, I can wear it. I appreciate it. Some of you may think it's too much, especially in the summer if you're sweaty. But if you have really dry skin, I think you're gonna like this very simple moisturizing and hydrating formula from Jordan Samuel. All right, guys, that is it for my favorite beauty picks that are new this first half of 2022. Let me know your favorites from this year in the comments below. If you like this video, click the thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.